Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play action. Here's Corral. Buying time to his left. And his first look is incomplete. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Corral sets up play action. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, here's Corral. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be two empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Returnable now for Allen. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
19 Tigers. Buffalo 18. Trap 50.
To throw, Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's Huntley. Forced out to his left. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him,
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Corral. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up now. Touchdown, Detroit! Brock Wright with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Corral. Going deep for Walker. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Corral. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Huntley to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Dancing to his left. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Corral looking to throw. Connection with Walker going across the formation. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Corral looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Huntley. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Throwing again, Huntley. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Amari Barno. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They got 29 yards that time.
60-60.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To throw on second down, Huntley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quez Watkins, 28 yards. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10.
Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap Warrior 70.
Off play action. Huntley. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off the play fake. Huntley. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Huntley. incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Corral. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off play action. Huntley steps away. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in and up.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jameson Williams, 31 yards. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Corral on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 25 yards to the house. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st down, it's Corral. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Huntley. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Corral. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Corral. And Walker has it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Corral yet again going to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And he's getting the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Corral going deep for Walker. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now for a point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Second down and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 79 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Corral. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and then it's well shy of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Corral. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And they will take a knee here.
On the jump.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream